Your emotions are an excuse to do what you really want. Think about it for your own self. When you get emotionally out of control and you commit an action that's like, it could be deplorable or good, whatever the case may be, it was basically caused by one of your emotions. Say you were angry and you punched the wall, you punched somebody, you got in a fight with somebody because you were angry. Don't you kind of feel validated by that action that you took because of that emotion? And like when anybody that wants to disagree with me on this, think about this. Are you disagreeing with me based on the fact that the action that you took was not something that you agree with, or the consequence is something that was negative? For example, let's say you wanted to punch somebody because they got you mad, right? And like, I got into a fight and all this and that and the third, and you regret having the actual fight, but do you regret punching that person? Do you regret taking the action of punching that person? Like, if it didn't cause the fight, like if you just punched that person and that would be it, that's how you let your anger out, would you have regretted that action if you had no consequences to it? So what I'm here to tell you is, if your emotions really controlled you and your actions, why doesn't everybody just act the same way when they're mad or they're sad or they're happy? Everybody has their own outlet for their emotions. Not everybody acts the same way when they're mad. Some people might crash a car when they're mad because they're having road rage. Some people, when the same thing happens to them, they choose not to take a crazy action such as that. They choose to calm down and choose peace. Why is that the case? I'm gonna tell you why. Well, I already did. Your emotions are an excuse for you to act the way you really want to act. Today, this actually happened to me, and I realized this in the moment. It was this girl I saw. I thought she was attractive. I wanted to say something to her, but I was feeling so much fear. I was so scared in that fact. I was actively making myself scared in order to not have to complete the action. I didn't want to do the action. I didn't want to talk to her, so I made myself scared so I'd have an excuse not to talk to her. And all this I'm saying, all this does not have it consciously. You do not think, oh, I want to punch him so I'm gonna get mad. This all happens subconsciously, but your subconscious and your conscious mind are linked. Everything is part of the whole program. Like, there's no, shout out neuroKnowledge again, he said there's no compartmentalization in the mind. He was talking about something else, but obviously this relates. Everything within your mind is connected to everything. You can't separate different parts of your life or different parts of your thinking. Regardless, what happened to me was I realized, like, yo, I'm just making myself scared so I don't have to talk to this girl. And that shit calmed me down a little bit. I still had to get over that fear and talk to her, and I did. But I was still, you get it? I was still anxious. I still had the anxiety, but I still did it. And that should help me calm down, realize, like, yo, like, this is me right now. This is me making this excuse so I don't have to go and talk to this girl. If I fell into that fear, that would have been a perfect excuse for somebody else. It would have been, oh my God, well, I'm feeling so much fear. I'm so anxious right now. My body is so tense. I can't talk to this girl. Blah, blah, blah. Whole time it's just your body making you feel that way so you don't have to. So you can be okay with the fact that you didn't. Later on, you might consciously think, damn, I was a bitch for not speaking to her. But in the moment, you're going to be okay with it. You're going to be happy that you didn't, because you didn't have to go through with the action. Or vice versa. Like I said, if you get angry and you want to hit somebody, in that moment, you're going to feel validated that you hit that person, because your emotions cause you to do it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And when you realize this, just like I did, you can change it in the moment. You can make it easier for yourself to do what you really want, not what your subconscious wants you to do. Because your subconscious is really just like a trained version of yourself. Like, if you notice, if you try to learn a new thing, a new topic, let's say you try to get into stocks and trading or technical analysis, you can look up technical analysis and candlesticks and charts. If you look that shit up on Google, you know nothing about trading or the stock market or anything like that, it's gonna look like Chinese to you. You're not gonna understand. But a nigga like me, I know about that stuff, so I look at it, I'm gonna understand the information. So it's part of my subconscious. It's already learned. I've seen the charts every day. I know what that shit means. So when you train your subconscious a certain way, it's just gonna recognize and do shit on its own impulsively, because that's part of our human instinct, our animal instinct to survive. That's why we flinch. If you about to get punched in the face, you have a trained instinct within you to dodge out the way, to move, to flinch, because it's part of your subconscious. So this whole thing is all connected, bro. Like I'm telling you, every part of your brain, every part of your life takes a certain your brain keeps track of everything, even if you don't, even if your consciousness doesn't. And this is why it's important to not separate yourself from your emotions. You shouldn't be like, oh, I can't get angry anymore. Oh, I can't get sad anymore. Oh, I can't do this anymore. I can't feel this way anymore because it's making me do this. You just have to find a different way to channel that energy, channel that emotion, channel that whatever you're feeling. You feel me? You can't get rid of your fear. You can't get rid of your anger. You can't get rid of your joy, of your happiness. It's just different ways to channel that shit. Some people, when they're happy, they'll crack a smile. Other people, when they're happy, they'll laugh joyously, and you feel me, they'll feel super good. But it's just how you train yourself. Same thing, vice versa. When people are mad, some people will crash out, do the dumbest shit because they're mad. Other people will just calm down, realize it's not that serious, and then go about their day, or just handle the situation in a better way. You feel me? And once you realize like you can really take control of this shit, your life is just gonna be better for the better. That don't even make sense, but I'm gonna make it make sense. Okay, y'all.